Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear Mr. President, dear Madam President, dear colleagues, I am delighted about today's visit here in Cairo, as it allowed us to continue our discussions from when I visited President al-Sisi in April 2023. And especially because today the partnership between the EU and Egypt is being taken to a new level. Thank you, Mr. President, for your hospitality and today's fruitful, trustful, constructive and open discussions. We started talks on a partnership that is beneficial for both sides already during my visit here in Cairo. The comprehensive Egypt agreement is an important step for Europe's security. Thank you to President von der Leyen for her leadership on this issue. Thank you very much. And in this agreement, there are many important areas which should be mentioned, from the economy and energy, such as green hydrogen, to cooperation between our nations in education and science, to migration. We see great potential for close cooperation with Egypt in the field of green hydrogen. We already discussed this last year, as well as in the area of the shortage of skilled labor in Europe. In Egypt, the population is growing every year, whereas population growth in most European countries is declining. Qualified workers from Egypt can therefore make an important contribution in Europe. As Austria is particularly affected by this, I would like to say a few words on the topic of migration and thank you, President al-Sisi, for Egypt's efforts in hosting millions of refugees, for his efforts in the fight against illegal migration. The fight against irregular migration is top priority for us. I am convinced that we as EU must do everything we can to prevent illegal migration. In order to combat the root causes, we need sustainable cooperation. The support foreseen in the agreement for Egypt as a host country for a large number of refugees is effective, significant and important. And it's important for everyone, for the people who live here, for Egypt and for the EU. Security is not a one-way street. Security needs cooperation, needs partners. This is also the case in the fight against terror, another really important aspect of the agreement. Because terror is the enemy of the people. It stirs up fear and hatred, seeks to unsettle people and destroy societies. We must therefore oppose all forms of terrorism with all our strength. The fight against terror is more relevant than ever. Egypt is also a key partner of the EU in this respect. I am very pleased that we have reached such a comprehensive agreement and that Austria was able to make its small contribution. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, dear Ursula and dear colleagues.
Thank you.